Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, Artistic Director and founder of Vocal Essence and organist choirmaster at Plymouth Congregational Church here in Minneapolis. So each day I've taken a composer from the past or from the present to talk about their music. All these composers have had a role to play at these organizations. Today it's the Scottish composer Kenneth Leighton. Born in 1929, passed away in 1988. He was born in Yorkshire, studied at Oxford, but then spent most of his life in Scotland, where he composed more than 100 pieces in many different idioms. He was a wonderful pianist, played his music, but also played other music. He wrote chamber music, he wrote choral music, and though I never had the chance to meet him, which I'm sorry didn't happen, I love several of the choral pieces, particularly one that he wrote for Lent on a text by Peter Abelard, then translated by Helen Waddell. If you don't know about Helen Waddell, look her up. She was a marvelous, wonderful poet herself and writer and translator. And one of the things that I find fascinating that happens in England is that you will have a piece of music where it's sung in English, but for some reason the title is in Latin. So I think many choir directors see a title in Latin and go, oh, I don't want to sing in Latin, and it isn't. I know John Ireland did a beautiful solo piece that is in Latin, ex ora innocentium, but the whole piece is in English, but people don't sing it, which is too bad. And here is this Leighton piece called Solus ad Victimam, and yet it's a piece in English. Helen Waddell's translation of Kenneth Leighton. Alone thou to sacrifice thou goest, giving thyself to death whom thou hast slain. It's a very brooding piece. Then you get to the very end of the piece when it says, this is the night of tears, the 3 days' space, sorrow abiding of the eventide. And it starts to build. And finally, the last words of the text, to win the laughter of thine Easter day. And we come into this grand E major chord to end it. So here is music of Kenneth Leighton, Solus ad Victimam. Later, the section, This is the Night of Tears, is without accompaniment. And then the organ comes back in as we start building to this grand ending. Heavy with weeping may the 3 days pass. Kenneth Leighton also wrote a piece based on words of John Donne, a Christmas piece called Nativity. Not an easy piece to sing, but a wonderful one. Choirs do love it once they know it. It's a cappella, and so little by little, here's just the opening section to give you a feeling of the mystery that happens when the text says, "Immensity cloistered in thy dear womb." And then immensity again. It's a beautiful, wonderful piece, Immensity by Kenneth Leighton. Well, he's also known, of course, because he was a wonderful composer for the organ. And one of the pieces that I love to play is a piece called Festival Fanfare. But I don't want to play it on the piano, so I'm going to play part of it for you on the wonderful Holt Camp organ here at Plymouth Congregational Church.